Hey, No-Handed Bandit gang, thanks for subscribing to, tuning in, and supporting this channel. We are up to 1,500 subscribers.
Back in the day when we used to kick it like Wilbur.
I'm here in Little Rock, Arkansas for the Young Adult Burn Conference, and this year, as in the past several years, it's been put on by the Wise Foundation, Dustin Wise and his nonprofit org, and I'm grateful for them bringing me out to talk to these kids. The conference is over. It was a great conference. It will be the highlight of my trip, and now I have some free time to explore. Thanks for watching. This is my travel vlog edition of the No-Handed Bandit. Here we go. After speaking to some amazing young adult survivors, I headed towards this historic site with flashbacks in my head from my history classes of video of this particular site. Little Rock's Central High School played a major part in the battle for human rights in the United States of America. In 1957, there was a battle in the Supreme Court where it was ruled that segregation was unconstitutional. It was this site where desegregation began. The problem was the governor of Arkansas at the time, Orville Faubus, was against desegregation, and he sent his own National Guard. The National Guard is like an army for each state. Each state has an army, and they call that the National Guard. He sent his National Guard to prevent 9 African American students from entering Central High. The story goes that he just got done running for re-election, and it was a tight race, and he sided with the segregationist, and so he had to continue to be on that side because he didn't want to lose his voters. Now, the real story and the real courage for this story happens with these guys. My shirt, I got it from the national park. It's the Little Rock 9, and the Little Rock 9 are the 9 African American students who were going to enroll in Central High School. And if you can imagine, the first time entering a high school, even now, is kind of intimidating, like a new high school. Like when you move to a new place and you enter a new high school, it's intimidating. But imagine going to a high school where people were in the streets shouting, screaming, holding up signs, and the signs were not saying nice things about you, and they were even spitting. And then you get to the doors and there's soldiers blocking your entrance. One of the students, named Elizabeth Eckford, her family didn't have a phone, so they couldn't plan. The other 8 didn't plan or weren't able to communicate with her on where to meet, and she actually went and came a different way than the other 8. And by coming a different way, she was isolated. She was alone. She faced the screaming mobs. She was spit on, and she still remained courageously stoic. She still was able to keep her composure. And they didn't get in that day. The President of the United States, however, saw the situation. It was Dwight Eisenhower. In fact, because the news cameras were there, it became an international story. And Dwight Eisenhower, he had to act upon this, and he sent 1,200 of the U.S. Army's 101st Airborne Division to to help the 9 students attend Central High School. This was just the beginning of the story. You're going to a high school where people don't like you. They want you to go home. Some of the students would get up and walk out when they see you come into the classroom. But they continued to go, and they had a support group, which was each other. It's a pretty special feeling to visit this site where these 9 brave children were able to walk on these steps into this school with people yelling and screaming that they shouldn't be here and spitting and all these things. So if you're ever in Little Rock, make an effort to come out here to Little Rock Central High School. And after a long day of walking, what better way to re-energize than the flying fish? You've got to come here and try some seafood. I better hurry up and eat this thing before it gets cold. I'm glad that I was able to go on this trip, talk to some amazing young adult survivors who inspire me, and then I get to go visit this historic site where I can reflect upon these 9 inspiring young students that were able to do something that was never done before. Be the first to desegregate this Central High School, despite all the people that didn't want them to go. And I'm grateful to the Wise Foundation for having me out to Arkansas to speak to this conference. And I'm grateful to you guys out there subscribing and watching my videos, inspiring me to continue making more. Today I was at the school where I work at, Escalante Elementary, and I saw a little kid. His name is Ziani. So shout out to Ziani. He said to me, "Hey, are you gonna upload today?" I said, "I gotta finish doing this video, but then I'll upload." He said, "Give me a shout out." So here's your shout out, Ziani. And Ziani and everyone else, keep sharing these videos. Subscribe, like it, comment. I want to hear your comments, your thoughts. And hit the bell. The bell is important because every time I upload a video and if you have that bell clicked, it's gonna let you know. Say, Sam, the No-Handed Bandit has uploaded a video. So check it out. It has some amazing things. And you know, lately I've been doing some Pokemon Go videos. that's okay. The thing about Pokemon Go is a video game that a person with no hands can play in an even field with other people. So that's why. So, No-Handed Bandit, signing out. Peace.